Big changes are happening with how journalists can cover the White House. And it's all about the press pool, which is not a swimming pool, but we're going to dive in anyway. A press pool is a small group of reporters who work together to collect news about the president. And it's been a thing since it started more than a century ago. Here's how it works and what's new. The pool has different news organizations in it, so the public can get a variety of perspectives. It's designed to represent everyone in all media formats and to make sure that coverage is fair. There is an independent group called the White House Correspondents Association, and until recently, they were the ones who decided which members take turns covering the president in the press pool. This group has been working when space is tight or when they're on the road. But now the Trump administration says it will decide who rotates into the pool slots, and this is the first time a president has ever done this. Journalists from news organizations like Reuters and HuffPost have already been excluded from events. And the Associated Press, or the AP, has been banned from covering all presidential events because it didn't keep to Trump's executive order changing the name of that big old body of water between Mexico and Florida. The White House wants to change it from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. The AP is a global news service that has to make sure, quote, place names and geography are easily recognizable to all audiences. It said it would, quote, continue to refer to the Gulf of Mexico while noting Trump's decision to rename it as well. After all that, the AP sued the Trump administration on the idea that, quote, the Constitution does not allow the government to control speech. Free speech is protected by the First Amendment, after all. But lawyers for the Trump administration argued that the AP does not have a constitutional right to what they call, quote, special media access to the president. The lawsuit is still happening with a hearing later this month.